Hi, everybody.
Hey, everybody.
Yay! Funk Dog, it's Friday. Yay! Oh my gosh, we made it through another week. I'm so excited. Ginger's got the right idea. I don't know if you can see her. Well, you can't see her. She's a little ball of fluff. She's curled up under her blankie. I'll let her go back to sleep. So she's got the right idea. But in case you're not curled up under a ball, under a blankie on Friday, by the time you get to the end of the week, we're so glad you're here with us. Thanks so much for being with us. It's Thank Dog. It's Friday. And
TDIF.
Yeah, it's all about crafts and fun goodness and recipes and all kinds of good stuff that we do every Friday with you and all your wonderful dog loving friends and family. If you don't know who we are, I'm Patty Quinn of We Heart Hounds, and I'm here with the amazing, adorable, and talented Hillary Buholtz.
Oh, you make me blush. Hey, everybody.
So we are partners in crime here at We Heart Hounds, and as I said, we just love Fridays. They are our best by far all day of the week, and because we get to get our hands dirty doing all kinds of fun stuff in honor of our love of pups. And today's a really fun project. I love this one because you can really take this idea and just let your imagination soar. You can do this we have kind of have a fall themed project today, but you could do this for any season, any holiday. You could do it for birthday. It's really a fun, clever idea. We can't wait to share with you. So basically what you want to do is start with some letters. You're just going to go out and we just got some resin letters or wooden letters. They're kind of thick. They can be thin ones. They can be wooden ones. I know Walmart and other places have taller ones or shorter ones or thicker or thinner. You just want to get some letters. And basically you want to pick letters that spell out a word. So Hillary and I have LO. We could do love, right? I'm actually doing woof and Hillary's doing fall, right?
Yeah. So unfortunately for me, I only had one O available at my store, and I was like, WOF doesn't make any sense. So I had enough letters for fall. So I'm doing fall.
Which is perfectly fine. So if you have, like I said, this is kind of a fall themed project. And since Hillary's word is fall, she's got more dogified things, right? Hers is going to look a little more dogified. You want to kind of dogify your letters or ribbons or embellishments. And mine is woof. So it's very plain that it's all dog themed. So mine might be a little less dogified, right? Because the word is kind of already hinting at the dog theme. So I would just recommend, unless you really want to go over the top dog lover world, phenomenon, like you don't have to have like dog embellishments and dog words and all kinds of that kind of stuff. Just really hints of that is all you need. And so the idea then is once you've picked out your letters for your word, and it could be your dog's name, it could be Noel, it could be, like I said, love for Valentine's Day, it could be anything. Then basically what you're going to want to do is grab some scrapbook papers or tissue papers. And I've got some scraps left over from the ones I'm using. So you can see they're all fall themed. Of course, we love the paw prints. That one was our favorite. And grab these at Hobby Lobby, but you can get them anywhere.
You could also use wrapping paper, like depending on the season that you're trying to go for. And then the tissue paper, I think it'd be really easy to work with because it's nice and thin. So just kind of depending on what you're trying to do, or as we start going through these, you'll kind of see the technique. But another thing that you could do is you could paint them or use markers or do something like that as well. So you don't have to necessarily cover them. It's just kind of making them a little special,
customizing them. Yeah, exactly. I love the wallpaper idea or even the wrapping paper idea. Tissue paper has a really neat kind of crinkly effect, which is kind of fun, adds extra texture. So if you have a craft stash at home, you don't need to run out and do anything special. Kind of just dig through the house and see what you've got. So Hillary and I are going to work with this print today. Basically, you want to turn your print over, your paper over, and you're going to put your letter on top. And then you're just going to trace the letter. And basically what you'd like to do, or what you need to do, is wherever, depending on how thick your letter is, you're going to want that extra space around your tracing. So you're going to cut enough paper so that it'll wrap around the sides, because we're going to wrap our whole letter. And you don't have to trace if you want to just kind of eyeball it and cut that piece of paper out. So I've kind of traced my O. I just want to make sure that I've got enough paper around where I traced so that it'll wrap around my letter. And if you've got kind of angled letters, you're ultimately just going to piecemeal. So it doesn't have to be perfect. This isn't going to just wrap perfectly like a present. You're going to be using bits and pieces to fill in all the nooks and crannies and all that good stuff. So the next step, I'm going to set my paper aside. Hi, Al. Thanks for being with us today. It's fun to have you. Say hi to Bubbles in Alaska for us. The next step you're going to do is take some Mod Podge, and we're going to just paint the top of your letter with the Mod Podge, which is just basically like a fancy glue. And you just need a nice thin layer. You're basically trying to avoid bubbles and things like that, lumps and bumps and all that, because you want it to adhere smoothly to the surface of the letter.
And you want that paper to, because sometimes when you're using Mod Podge, it'll kind of soak into that paper, and you don't want it so saturated that your paper starts to rip and things like that. You want it to have a little bit of heft still.
Yep. So now I'm going to just put this back onto, so I painted the front of my letter, and I'm putting that to the back of the paper where I traced my O. All right. And then you can turn it over and just kind of smooth it off. Make sure it's on there flat. And then we're just going to kind of play with it a little bit. This takes a little bit of time. I'm just going to cut here in the center because I've got an O, just so I can start wrapping it around. But then basically you start gluing or Mod Podging the edge, and you're just going to fold it up and around, and we're going to end up covering this whole letter when we're all done.
Yep. And I'm using an X-Acto blade to kind of start at some of the points. It makes it a little bit easier to just cut a straight line so you can fold pieces of your paper up, and you're just working around the shape the best way that you can. So kind of work with the paper. You're not trying to make it perfect like you are wrapping a present or something. You're just trying to get all of those edges covered. So.
Yeah. And I'm just taking some of this off because I did the inside of my O already, so I don't need as much paper. I'm just kind of working my way around, and then I'm going to add some Mod Podge to.
So here I'm going to start adding some Mod Podge on this edge, and then I'll fold this little flap up and around to kind of finish off this edge.
Yeah. And this takes a little bit of time, especially if you've got more complex letters that have more shapes to them.
Yeah, you do kind of have to just be patient, and you'll get better and faster at it. So I would recommend start with your simplest letters first. So if you have a more complex shape for a letter, start with the simple ones and work your way to the harder ones.
Yeah, I think I started with one of my most complex letters, and it took a lot longer than I thought. But again, you're just going to take even just these little scraps, right? You're just going to take, because these are prints. They're all kind of jumbled prints. And at the end of the day, nobody's going to really see, where these little pieces are all kind of intersecting. So if you have little open spots, you're just going to fill those in your letters and underside and of all the shape, of all the parts of the shape. And I'm just coming in here and I'm securing that inside little extra bit of paper. So you can see it's just starting to really get covered, which is neat.
So here you can see I've kind of worked around that edge there, and then I'll take my X-Acto blade and cut here so that I can fold these over nicely.
Yeah, you're gonna, especially around curves and stuff, you might want to make little slits, little cuts in the slits and stuff. If you're going around corners, you can definitely cut around those as well to remove any excess paper or help you bend and fold and move this, move the paper around the edges. And you're just going to kind of work your whole way around. And then when you get it all done, then you're going to cover the whole letter with another layer of Mod Podge. And that just seals all that paper to your shape. And it gives it a nice polish, a nice kind of, depending on what, I think I've got gloss Mod Podge, so it'll give it a nice glossy look. Which is sweet.
And it also helps to protect it a little bit. So if this is going to go on outside or on your door, then that little extra layer of Mod Podge will help protect from the weather and stuff.
Exactly. All right, I'm going to set mine aside here.
Here's that.
Oh yeah, it's just starting to come along. Yeah, it looks cute. It's looking cute. All right, just trying to get some of my air bubbles out of here. All right, so then basically what you're going to do is get some ribbons, some fall ribbons. And we have, our saying has 4 letters. So we're just using 2 different ribbons. You can pick one. Mine are fairly plain because the letters have all the decorative elements. So they don't need to be real busy, but you can have, any kind of ribbons that you'd like that have any kind of embellishments. And again, we're just kind of using some subtle, we've got kind of that burlap look or whatever. But it's totally up to you how festive you want it to be. And basically we're going to do one letter with one ribbon color, the next ribbon for the next letter, and then alternate until we're done hanging, so that's the idea, is we're going to hang these. And so you can see I've got my W for woof. And this is in a really cute little pumpkin paper that I used. And you just hang it from wherever it fits the best on your letter. And it's okay if it dangles a little cockeyed like that. That's totally fine. I love the polka dots with your little paw prints on that A. That is so cute. Oh my gosh, just brings a smile. And then what you can do is you can start to embellish. Now, I would probably recommend maybe picking just a couple of the letters. You don't have to embellish all of them, again, because you really want the letters, the words to stand out. And the embellishments don't need to be real crazy or busy or anything like that. So here's my other O. And I just added a little pumpkin. Oh, see, we both got the little, we could do love. We get a little plaid love here going.
So I've got a little pumpkin that I'm going to use, and I've got just a couple of little artificial leaves.
That'll be so cute. I should probably grab a leaf or 2 and tuck it under there. That would be a cute idea. I like that. And then these are going to be hanging with the ribbons. So you want to make sure that whatever embellishment doesn't, pop out the back end, right? So that it's flat, lays flat. So you can see my pumpkin is really kind of dangling off the end, but just use a glue gun and attach whatever embellishments. And they can be, again, just the simplest little things. So here's my F in another fall pattern. And it's got, again, I'm alternating my ribbon colors. So I've got a burgundy ribbon, and then I just put a few little berries and tucked it into the knot in my ribbon. So really just the least little bit of touch of embellishment is all you need. And it's really kind of fun and festive, all the fun things you can do. I picked up, here's what I picked up. So I got these at Walmart. You can get these kind of velvety pumpkins and some berries. As Hillary has some leaves, you can pick any other kind of little holiday accessories. Oh yeah, those are really pretty.
I think these were Dollar Tree. So these are just
okay,
little picks from the Dollar Tree. And then I have some leaves, and then I have my velvety pumpkins that I got from Hobby Lobby.
I love those. I hadn't seen those there. Those are really pretty. And like those, ones, they go with everything.
Yeah, they come in that color. They come in kind of a dusty gray blue color. They come in oranges. So there's lots, and burgundies. So whatever kind of color scheme you're going with, you can probably find those kind of pretty velvet pumpkins to go with.
Yeah, I like them because they're inexpensive, but they look rich, you know?
Yep.
That's one of the things I like about them. And I love your white ones. Like I said, I think they would be really pretty in a winter scape. You could put them, you know, they really kind of go with any season, really, which is really pretty. All right. And then when you're all done, basically what you can do is you can hang these from your front door. So instead of a wreath, you're going to take an adhesive hook, or if you have like what are those, command hooks, you can just stick that at the top of your door on the back side of your front door. But you want to hang the hook upside down, because this is going to go over the door, and you'll have a knot here at the end of your ribbon, and then that ribbon can be knotted to the hook and pull on the upside down hook over the front door, and then your letter will hang out at the front. So you can do that with if you want to hang this for the front door. And if you don't have any hooks, you could use painter's tape or anything like that to adhere them over the end of the top of the door and secure them that way. Or one of the things that we thought would be really cute, really fun, and make it a little more, oh, that's adorable. I love that. That is so cute. It's the perfect little space for a little pumpkin.
Yeah.
I love it. That's so pretty. These are so nice. They turn out so pretty, so beautiful. So then the other thing you can do if you want to make it a little more portable is grab a stick or a branch from the backyard. Yep, Hillary's got one, perfect size. And then you're just going to tie your ribbons to it all across. And it's fun to kind of have your letters kind of be at different heights, or have them kind of go in a stair step pattern, right? So that the top one is ribbon is shorter, then the next one's a little longer, the next one's a little longer, and so on, just to kind of play and add a little character to your decor. But I love this idea. I think it's so fun. Here's some of the letters that I have finished right now, so you can kind of see. They're so cute. These are going to be adorable. So you'll see the final products, our final pictures on our website. So when we're all done, we'll definitely take a bunch of pictures. We'll have a tutorial with all the steps and all the directions and all the supplies that you need on our website at wehearthounds.com under the crafts area. And by all means, if you're looking for other fall ideas or other crafts or recipes for fall, we have a ton of them listed there. So by all means, dig through and find some. And I hope this inspired you to go out and make something really adorable for your front door or over your mantelpiece. I mean, these would just be so pretty, right?
Yeah, you could definitely just have them sitting on your mantle. Like, you don't have to have the ribbons to hang them and stuff. So you can make them work however you want. And I love how customizable they are. So if you guys do end up making some, we want to see how they turn out. So please share some pictures with us. Or if you know somebody that you think would enjoy making these, share this video with them. As Petty mentioned, we have a huge long playlist, and we'll also add step-by-step instructions in this description a little bit later today. So
yeah, exactly. Thanks so much for being with us today. Did you have fun? I hope you had a great time. We had a lot of fun sharing this with you. We just love coming up with all these fun ideas that are inspired by our love of pups, and we hope you do too. Go out, grab some letters, dig through your craft stash with some papers, some fun papers, and see what you can come up with. That would be just so much fun. Yeah. Thanks, everybody. Have a great weekend. Take care. Bye-bye.